Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 69, 70, 71, 72 Carryover League. We are down to the last division in the American League, the American League West. We'll be looking at California, Oakland, Seattle, and Texas. Let's just get into this. We'll start with the Angels, who had a terrible year last year, which gave them the first overall pick in the draft, which we expect them to use to acquire Nolan Ryan. Now, the 84 guys they lose are Mark Bailey, Bob Baylor, Doug DeCinces, Dave Parker, George Vukovic, Bob Nepper, Mike Witt, and Bob Shirley. And from 69 and 70, they have Jay Johnstone, Bubba Morton. Where's Bubba at? Might not even be here. No, he's not. Andy Messersmith, Jim McLaughlin, Hoyt Wilhelm, and Ken Tatum. There's no Hoyt Wilhelm. And then from 70, it's Fregosi and Alex Johnson, Jim Spencer, and Greg Garrett is not here. So the question is, do any of these guys get substantially better? I don't think so. That's a good Jay Johnstone card, though. Look at that. 260. Maybe not. Messersmith's not going to get much better. McLaughlin, no. Tatum, no. Fregosi, not getting better. So we will stop looking. So this becomes your farm system. Ken McMullen, we know that he would play third base, I believe, for them as well as the Dodgers. I don't know what transaction gets him to the Dodgers. This McMullen is really disappointing against lefties, isn't he? That also means he's very good against righties. Overall, he hits 250 in 593 plate appearances. But if you want to play this the right way, you just find somebody else to play third against lefties. I know that's not conventional. He would be a decent enough replacement for DeCinces. Clyde Wright has an excellent 70 card, and this one's also very good. 277. He was a 22-game winner in 70. So you have two shots at Clyde Wright. Lloyd Allen. This is a great card. We saw him when I was scouting last year's draft. We found Lloyd Allen to be one of the league-leading relievers in WHIP. Boy, this has got a great bullpen. They just don't need a reliever. They need a lefty reliever. Yeah, they got Hoyt Wilhelm, Greg Garrett, Ken Tatum. They could go with one lefty and two left-handed starters, but you want to get this Lloyd Allen card in the league. That's excellent. Oh my goodness. Dave LaRoche, outstanding card here. Here at 250. Get him in the league. See, this is looking pretty good now. You can do McMullen, not not in the early rounds, but in a late round draft choice. Wright's excellent. Allen, LaRoche. And you can only take two guys from this box, so you have to do your research and maybe go with the other Clyde Wright and the other McMullen. Maybe take these two guys. John Stevenson, not much. Jeff Torborg, he's okay against righties, but otherwise not much. Eddie Fisher, he's okay. I mean, there's some good cards. 272. There are some good cards in the 71 box. But remember, we're going to be looking at this box for 3 more years, so you got to leave a little bit. You're definitely going to leave a little bit of talent behind. Ricky Clark. And then, look at that. Jim Maloney passed his prime after the Reds. Let him retire. Let him retire. Okay, so that's the Angels. We're going to take a look now at the destiny in the making, the Oakland A's. Oaktown loses Thad Bosley, Mike Heath, Ricky Henderson, Dwayne Murphy. Wow, 2 starting outfielders. Scott Thompson, Kurt Young, Gary Lavelle, and they get to renew Raleigh Fingers. Let's first find Raleigh Fingers and set him to the side. There he is. And these guys should all be from 69. Sal Bando, Dick Green, Reggie Jackson. Where's Reggie? Where's Reggie? Catfish Hunter, Mike Torres. Don't see him here. Jim Nash. In 70, Campaneris and Donaldson. Don't see Donaldson. Rudy and Tennis. Are any of these guys significantly better? Not significantly for Bando. That's good to know that, you know, they'll just move him along when the time comes. Wow, look at Reggie. Wow. Again, though, he's not significantly better, so just wait, you know, just like I said, this 71, 2, 3, they already had the cornerstones were already playing for the A's in 69 to 70, even though they didn't win, you know, the World Series either of those years because the Orioles were blocking them. Jim Nash, Campaneris at 22 home runs, and not Rudy. And tennis, not quite yet. There you go. So, unfortunately, though, there's only 2 guys in the farm system left. This could be the Raleigh fingers you use to be the closer. Lights out against righties, not so much against lefties. You don't like to see all these homers, though, for a closer. That could, and he's more of a long guy. So I don't know if you're going to go with 71 fingers. You might go 72 fingers. Now here's an outfielder. This could be it. Angel Mangual. We need to replace Bosley was a left-handed outfielder. Ricky Henderson, Dwayne Murphy, Scott Thompson. Angel Mangual could replace Ricky Henderson. I'm not being facetious. I know nobody can replace Ricky Henderson, but I mean somebody has to replace his roster spot, and it could be Mangual does that. And he's a 3 in center and left, which is nice. Yeah, if you could get him a caddy, somebody to play against righties a little bit of the time. 286 hitter and 287 at bats. I think, yeah. I mean, this team, you have to remember, the best parts of this team you're not seeing right now. They're already in the Carryover League. So it looks like Angel Mangual will be one of the players from this year. Seattle is next. The Seattle Marooners. They lose Rupert Jones and Alvin Davis, Lance Parrish, Luis Salazar, Harry Spillman, Alan Wiggins, Eric Schall, and Jim Beattie. And from the 69 and 70 box, it's Kurt Motton, and it's Ted Eulander, and it's Luke Walker, it's Diego Segui, and Lou Marone. Oh, we know Lou Marone was a one-hit wonder. He's not going to be here. Dale Maxwell. There's Segui. Dale Maxwell from 70. Pepitone from 70. Marcelino Lopez and Tommy Matchik. Okay. Are any of these guys significantly better? Motton, no. Eulander, not significantly better. Better against righties, worse against lefties. About the same, 288. Luke Walker, that's about the same, 354. Segui, about the same. Maxwell, defensive shortstop, about the same. Pepitone, this is a lot better. That's an outstanding card. 307 with 16 homers. So, we talked about maybe trading him to the Cubs. He went from the Yankees to the Cubs. So the idea of him ending up in the expansion on Seattle, changes his trajectory. So instead of keeping Pepitone moving around, why not move him to first base where they lose Al Davis? Because nobody else can play first base for this team, I believe. So they could improve Pepitone, just like we saw one of the other expansion teams improve a player. Like the White Sox improved. Yeah, that's excellent. And he's a 2. First base. So that could be with one of their picks here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put him with the farm system to remind myself that he's draft eligible. John Ellis, not one of his better years. Jim Ferry, no. And a very young Skip Lockwood in the rotation. Wow, that's pretty good. He rotates with a 3.33 ERA. He could replace Jim Beattie. Well, if they took Pepitone and Lockwood, that would be a really good draft for Seattle. For an expansion team who didn't have any cards whatsoever in 69, 70, or 71, they would get 2 really good players. So that's really good news. And lastly, the Texas Rangers, who overachieved tremendously in the season, and they just don't have a lot of talent in the system coming through the pipeline yet. They lose Mickey Rivers and Jim Sundberg, Danny Darwin, Mike Smithson, Mike Mason, Bill Caudill. They have to ship out Nolan Ryan. They end up with Bill Hands after that transaction. They're going to lose Buddy Bell. They might get some compensation from Cleveland for that. From 69, they have Hank Allen. I don't see. Hank Allen. Bernie Allen's from 70. Epstein and Howard. There's Epstein, there's Howard. Del Unser. Dick Bosman and Daryl Knowles. There's Dick Bosman, Daryl Knowles. And from 70, it's Bernie Allen and it's Ed Brinkman. And it's Rick Reichert and Merv Redmond. There's Reichert and Redmond. And they didn't protect Mickey Rivers. So believe it or not, he goes into the rookie pool for the Rangers, even though he's with the Angels. This is a Ryan card, though he's not going to be... First of all, he's not going to be taken. The Angels won't take this Ryan. They'll take the 72 Ryan when it's their turn to pick. He's still with the Mets in 71. And Mickey Rivers is good enough. Technically, they could have... You know, we talk about keepers. Mickey Rivers could have been a keeper. And they would have just... This would have been the keeper card. Though I don't think it's good enough. So by not making him a keeper, it means that Mickey Rivers is technically available to any team who wants him. Alright, so this is the farm system then. Bill Gogolewski's pretty good. 2.76 ERA in 120 innings. He could replace Mike Mason. Elliot Maddox, utility guy, not quite good enough. Denny Riddleberger, lefty. Not really that, well, he's okay. 321, yeah, he's alright. Not really closer material. They already have Daryl Knowles and Paul Lindblad. They don't need a lefty reliever. Dick Billings, he's okay. 246. A very young Toby Harrah. This would be a mistake. You want to wait till Harrah's better. Because if you get this guy in the league, you have to either improve him, which will cost you a draft pick, or be stuck with a 230 hitting Toby Harrah on your team until he actually starts hitting, you know, with a 360 on base or better, which is what he did most of his career. He doesn't quite do it here yet. Len Randall, there's a Ranger. Not very good yet. Tom McGraw, we've seen his card a few times. He hits with more power. His batting average is still crappy. Casanova, he's got a -2 arm. He's not good enough with the bat. Tim Cullen's not very good either. Oh, here we go. A very young Jeff Burrows, similar to the Harrah card. We know he'll be a Rookie of the Year or an MVP, I believe. Some combination of that by like 75 or something like that. Here he's not quite right. He's not ready yet. You might just want to wait and not suffer with that card quite yet. And Horatio Pena could go into the bullpen, replacing Caudill. That's an option. And Pete Broberg. That's a good starting pitcher right there. So Broberg, 125 innings. I would say I'm going to put Broberg, Gogolewski, and Pena pretty much near the top, along with Mickey Rivers. And as far as Nolan Ryan, it doesn't matter. He's not going to be taken, so I can leave his card there for the time being. Not taken by the Rangers. So that's it from the American League West. We are halfway through the box because there are no free agents. All the players are still stored in the original 640 team, 640 player league configuration. And thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you again next time.